Happy International Women's Day to women here in Rwanda, on the African continent and beyond. I am Isabel Masozera. We start with the headlines. Female entrepreneurs say that technology improves the quality and quantity of their products, but it also facilitates access to international markets. Also coming up, the 2023 International Women's Day comes at a time when issues of gender equality and equity remain a pain point in the marketplace. Thanks for choosing RTV News. We hope you're having a fruitful week. Now, female entrepreneurs say that technology improves the quality and quantity of their products, but it also facilitates access to international markets. Prince Manzi begins our edition.
Women across the country demonstrated their different products, including ones that they introduced on the international market. They say that the technology fastens their work.
We have a workshop with various machines that help in making bags, shirts, and other different things. The technology helps us in making quality products and keeping data safely.
The government of Rwanda reinforced the TVET schools and emphasized the participation of girls in these schools. Girls in the ETP Nyarurema school launched a robot that they built.
This robot is called Lego Mindstorm. It has 3 senses and unfinished 4th sense: touch, sound, lights, and push-up. This is the beginning for us to be able to make more.
The Minister of ICT and Innovation, Paula Ingabire, who participated in the celebrations of the International Women's Day in Nyagatare district, reiterated that measurements are in place for women using telephones to increase, as the number is still 38% across the country.
Uyu munsi imbogamizi ya mbere ituma na telefoni zigendanwa zigezweho abanyarwanda bose atari n'umwihariko.
Currently, the challenge for Rwanda not to access telephones is the high cost. So we are working with telecommunication companies. As you saw, they introduced different programs like buying a phone and pay in installments. Another program is helping women in cooperatives to be able to have phones. We cannot rely on Connect Rwanda, as all Rwandans cannot get gifts. Instead, measurements are in place for numbers of Rwandan and women specifically owning phones to increase.
Buri munyarwanda cyane cyane abagore nabo iyo mibare yabo izamuke mu batunze telefone.
The International Women's Day was being celebrated for the 42nd time in Rwanda. Rwanda is recognized internationally for supporting women in all sectors. Prince Manzi, RTV News.
Thank you, Prince. Now, in honor of International Women's Day, today I talked to a very special lady. My guest today, Eva Gara, has created a safe space for grandmas to get active with physical exercises, and to live and thrive and enjoy their lives. They started working out as a group of 8. Now they have grown and expanded to 30 members. Eva, thank you so much for making the time to talk to me.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness, grandmas, a safe space for them to be active and live and have a good time. What inspired this vision?
Well, I had always wanted to be a grandma, and the day I became a grandma, it was my mission to get a grandma's group to share the beauty and joy of being a grandma. And also I know that I like thinking of in the old times how mothers or grandmas used to get together to support their daughters with the grandchildren, and they would sit around and talk. So that's what inspired me, being a grandma.
Wow, from being 8 members to now being 30 members. How has the journey been? How long did it take to grow to this number?
So we've been going for now it's 1 year. It will be 1 year in a week's time or so. And but at first the grandmas were not very comfortable. But as the others go telling them what we do and how much fun we have, they are coming. And now actually the space is getting too small. We are going to have to divide ourselves into groups.
Wow.
Actually, we are 30 plus. We are almost 40 members, yes.
Wow, in a space of 1 year.
Yes.
So what do you consider for the grandmas to join? Is there an age? What are you looking for when they're joining?
So basically it should be being a grandma, but that's not the criteria per se. But we think of 55 years plus.
Yes.
And you don't have to be a biological grandma. You just have to have the heart of a grandma and want to support the young ones. So that's about it, yes.
Now,
Yeah.
I would imagine most of the grandmas that are watching us at home are thinking, oh, I would love to be part of like a support group, a group of friends that we can share all these things that you're talking about together. Do you have some advice for those that might not have that, but also in terms of those that want to still live an active lifestyle, but might not have access to resources like the gym and the spaces that you have?
Yes. What is very important is to find people who are in the same mindset, who would love to join up, find a group, and then do things like walking, going out for a cup of coffee, or even just visiting each other. But just keep away from home. Get away from home. Don't stay in the room. Don't stay in the house. Get out and find some activities. There are so many activities out there. And if you can't find an activity to go to, create one.
Yes.
Yeah. Just,
so if you can, okay, so let's stick to yours, because I'm assuming, you know, getting out, creating a group, that doesn't come easy, but you have successfully been able to do that. What are some of the activities that you actually do, and what are some of those that you don't do now, but you envision you probably will be able to do in the future?
Yeah, so what we are doing now is we go to a gym. We exercise every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's a fun group. And then we meet up once in a while for a meal. We also, some of us walk in the mornings, we walk together. And then in the future, we are hoping to now go out to schools. We want to be able to meet the youngsters and pass on what we've experienced. I don't know if I mentioned this. This morning we're at Caleb, and we are talking to young innovators.
Nice.
And they are promising to join us and train us also in digital literacy.
Digital literacy.
Yes,
Wow.
yes. So those are our dreams. We are going to be very knowledgeable young grandmothers.
As you should be. The times are changing, and of course, technology is evolving at a very fast pace. I assume so. Being able to have the youngsters bring some knowledge to you, but also you share some knowledge. What was the experience like for some of the grandmas today?
Oh, they loved it. We're with some children from Green Hills, including, of course, the youth from Innovation Center. And we exchanged ideas. They told us what they see a grandma as. We talked about how we elders can disturb them with asking them about how to use some of the apps on and on. So we promised them that we are going to train ourselves and stop harassing them with questions over and over. And we really had a great time. We had a guest speaker, and she really encouraged us about what we could do. Yes, yeah.
Well, our time is definitely fast spent, but I want to understand some of the challenges that, because you have the opportunity to interact with these ladies. What are some of the challenges the grandmas in Rwanda are experiencing?
Yeah, not only in Rwanda, actually, worldwide. Some of the challenges we have are the empty nest, when suddenly you find you're alone at home.
Yes.
Poverty, unemployment. Suddenly at probably 60, 65, you're out of work, and you find yourself out of money. And there's a way they think that you are no longer employable. So we have now to think of what else can I do to earn money, which is something we're encouraging ourselves to do. You don't have to be employed. You could work on your own. Of course, ill health. Some are widowed.
Yes.
Some of us find we have to take care of our children's children.
Your grandchildren.
Our grandchildren.
Yes.
Yes, loneliness, depression, fatigue. I mean, it all comes with aging.
Yes.
But now we are learning how to age gracefully.
Okay.
Age, knowing how to care for ourselves. Like I say, meeting up, talking about what we are going through,
Yes,
it helps a lot.
It does.
Yes.
It absolutely. So within this space, it's not just about the physical, it's also about the mental and the emotional, and you're able to have a sisterhood sort of go.
A sisterhood going, yes. Okay. And we support each other all the way.
Beautiful.
We visit each other when we are when someone has a problem. And also we celebrate weddings of our grandchildren, our children together. So it's really a good club we have, and that is we support each other basically.
Yes. Well, before I let you go, do you have any message for other grandmas that are out there thinking, these ladies, they get together, they have fun, they have all these good things, and they're sort of wishing they were you? Do you have any message for them?
Yes, I would invite them to come and join us, but also where they are, let them form groups and get out and do things. We still have enough energy to do a lot of things.
Absolutely.
I just have to mention that our group has 55 to 86-year-olds. Okay. So, yeah.
All right. And that is Eva Gara. She's the founder of Grandma's Club. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right. Now we proceed with more news on RTV News. The 2023 International Women's Day comes at a time when issues of gender equality and equity remain a pain point in the marketplace. However, some are defying the odds. They are shattering the glass ceiling and they are dominating the male fields. Take a look.
In one of the barbershops in Kigali City, Rosine Wamahoro is cutting hair of a client. She's one of the girls who dare to perform this activity, as most prefer cleaning and washing clients after cut.
I am doing this job for the past 3 years. I joined because I loved it, and I can tell girls that think that they cannot perform this job not to be afraid.
Meanwhile, Rosine Wamahoro is a videographer and takes part in different major events. She states that loving this job made her overcome the mentality that this is a job specific for men.
It encourages me because I work hard so that it won't be as if men are the one working hard. Instead, work on equal rates and remove that gap and mentality that one can do this and the other can't. Find the courage to perform like men do.
On 24 years, Adino Murisa is proud of being a construction engineer who's supervising the Amahoro Stadium construction activities.
My advice to girls in school is to study science, for them to be playing a part in such big projects, but most importantly, learn things that you like, not just because they are science and because it is something doable.
A gender equality expert in Action Aid, Anatol Wiragie, states that 17.9% of women competed for public tenders online between 2016 and 2019 and saw 5% of these markets, meaning fewer and small markets. What can be done is for the government, partners and media. We have to make discussions and address why there is still such a gap and why are women few in different sectors. In these commercial centers, I made a research and found that there is only one woman among the others. So these are gaps that we should raise awareness on for levels in charge to establish a plan. Currently, women in the public transport are rated 3.2%, while men are 96.8%. In technical activities, women are rated 17.9%, while men are 82.1%. In construction activities, women are rated 14%, while men are 86%. In the mining sector, women are rated 12.8%, while men are 86.2%. In the technology sector, women are 38%, while men are 63.9%. Prince Manzi, RTV News.
Thank you, Prince. Now, 34-year-old Tamari Uwimana was born in Karongi district and is one of the few women in Rwanda who drive cross-border trucks, where she travels coming in and out of the country, crossing to countries like Tanzania, Kenya, and also neighboring areas of Malawi. Take a look at this inspiring story.
Our woman takes pride of her labor at home and in the community, and she strives to her very best. She is trustworthy, loyal, graceful, and confident. That who is a woman. Although that was not the case in old days, where she was considered vice versa, but now we see great women in different fields. Tamari Uwimana is a truck driver, which is unusual for women, and she explains why she chose it. These things, I looked around, I found out that women are not involved. So after completing my secondary, instead of going to the university, I started to go learn driving. I also heard that there is a woman who is a pilot, so it is possible. We can do it. As you can see, I'm doing it too. A year 2015, Tamari got her driving license, granting her permission to drive a truck legally. She's among the few women that drive cross-border trucks in Rwanda. This changed her life. Before I got a job, after getting my driving license, I looked for a job in different places. I could do it, and later it stops. And life would be challenging. It was so hard to survive, paying rent, getting school fees. It was really hard. But after getting a job in DP World, everything is okay now. I got insurance, I can't fail to pay rent, and I need their help so that I can build my own house. Women who do so-called men's work tend to adopt men's characters, such as dressing and other behavior. But Tamar noted that once in a while, she dresses like a woman. It is so rare to see us in such a clothes, but we are supposed to dress in them. So sometimes we put them on, like when I attend my friends' weddings. Of course, I can't go with such shoes or trousers. There, I have to change. Kigali, Dar es Salaam is a journey of 1,500 kilometers, carrying 30 tons. Tamar takes 3 to 4 days without cargo and 45 days with cargo. It is a long journey, which is sometimes cause of accidents. Because of tiredness, sleep can steal you. So by the time you realize, the car has already lost control. So when you are carrying cargo, you can't manage to bring it back. It is a long journey, so when you use few days at least, there are 3. If help is given, Tamari's wishes to build a training school for women truck drivers and would wish, if possible, to form Women Drivers Corporation for them so that it can help them to develop and promote more women, because there are still few in this field. We need some help, just like the way First Lady, Madame Jeannette Kagame, helps women to develop in Imbuto Foundation. There should be advocacy, because we do a challenging job. At any time, anything can happen. As you know, cooperatives are so helpful, and when people work together, nothing can fail them. Tamar works for Dubai Port, found in Kitchener district, and this company promotes gender equality with the purpose of promoting women, as it is explained by the Chief Executive Officer of DP World.
We believe in gender equality, and we believe in diversity. And as I mentioned that today we are a strength of 400 plus employees. Here in Rwanda, I can proudly say that many of our female employees are in prominent positions. We are 99% Rwandan employment company, and our diversification covers a lot of nationality, because here in DP World we believe that having a multinational culture will not just open the scope, but it will also expands your horizon in terms of our thinking, in terms of our training, in terms of our exposure, in terms of skills transfer between various people. Yeah, in terms of gender equality, we are very committed.
Tamaru Imana, a cross-border truck driver, travels for long-distance journey of 1,500 kilometers, Kigali, Dar es Salaam, carrying cargo worth 30 tons. Betty Mutoni, RTV News.
Thank you, Betty, for that insightful and inspiring report. We now move on to the Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies, Honorable Mukabalisa Donatille, who received the President of the Senate of the Kingdom of Eswatini and held discussions on strengthening bilateral relations. Prince Manzi once more.
The Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies in the Rwandan Parliament, Honorable Donatille Mukabalisa, received the President of the Senate of the Kingdom of Eswatini, Honorable Pastor Lindiwe Dlamini. She elaborated more on the functioning of the Chamber of Deputies, and after the discussions, the Senate President of the Kingdom of Eswatini reiterated that there is a need of collaboration between the parliaments of the two nations.
It was more for collaboration with the Parliament of the Kingdom of Eswatini so that we share experiences. We share best practices, but maybe before I answer that question, may I first of all congratulate His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, for being a champion for he, for she, and the only country in the world where you have 61% of women representation in leadership, and we are seeing the development in this country. And to also say Happy Women's Day to every woman. Otherwise, as parliaments, we are looking to have a collaboration, and we will pursue it. Everywhere I go to international fora where Rwandans are representing the country, I have seen how well they represent the Republic of Rwanda, and for that reason I felt there is a lot that we can come and learn. Hence, I'm here today with Her Excellency, the Right Honourable Donatille Mukabalisa, the President of the Chamber of Deputies.
Rwanda and the Kingdom of Eswatini have good relations and ready to collaborate, as elaborated by the Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies in the Rwanda Parliament, Honorable Donatille Mukabalisa.
Umubano wacu hagati y'u Rwanda na Eswatini uhagaze neza. Umwami
The Rwanda Kingdom of Eswatini relations is good. The Kingdom of Eswatini came here twice, and the President of Rwanda also visited the Kingdom of Eswatini when he also had the visit of the members of the parliament of both nations. This demonstrates a good relations between these two countries.
ndetse no kugusurana kw'abagize inteko ishinga amategeko nibigaragaza ko umubano uhagaze neza.
The Senate President of the Kingdom of Eswatini is in Rwanda for a 4-day visit. Prince Manzi, RTV News.
Thank you, Prince. Some educators who monitor children's education on a daily basis say that building women's capacity through knowledge enhancement contributes to the development of the family, of the country as a whole as well. Olivon Tete filed this report.
Some of the indicators of development of women and girls in this century include being given the right to study and being empowered through knowledge they acquire in schools. Some high school students reiterate on the role of girls' education in the development.
Women empowerment in education is key. And it being key, it's very vital for women to be stepping in sciences, to be stepping in politics, to be stepping in different aspects. So in the 19th century, as I go back, education was not for women. It was put for men. Right now, in the 21st century, it's a developing world. Women are stepping in politics, women are stepping in education, women are stepping in different vital key aspects. So education is key.
Girls' empowerment through education means, first of all, there's the word empowerment. It means giving the power to women especially, because the women in the past days and past years have not been given the chance to go to school. So then empowerment of girls in education is providing to them the chance to go to school, perform as they should, develop their talents as education, become engineers, doctors, or whatever sector it requires.
I think it's important to empower women through education because women also need to develop their passions, develop their talents, and the world needs it. And I think we possess something that this world really needs. If see how women we are developing, see women in parliament, see women in medical field, educational field, different fields we find there are women. And this is showing that if we empower women through education, more is there to be seen.
Girls are able, because my class is led by a girl, so girls are able to study, they're able to get everything, they're able to do the practicals, they're able to do the exams, so girls are able. Many talents die because they're not there, but they die because they are sleeping. So when we empower them with skills, they're going to be able to wake up those skills and those talents, and then they use them, and then to become something, bring something very important. Yeah.
While on March 8th, the world celebrates International Women's Day, in various schools in Rwanda, it was also celebrated, where discussions carried on focused on demonstrating the progress of women. Some of the educators that assist students daily in school show that girls show their ability in learning.
When you are in class teaching, girls perform very well. Girls perform better. Sometimes, I shouldn't say that it is surprising. It's because our society, our communities, they have embraced, they have supported, they have promoted the girl child so that she can not only do other things but also be good in education. So in classroom environment, girls perform well, and to surprise you, when it comes to science subjects, girls perform very well, even better than some boys. You get it? And that gives you hope, it gives you energy, it motivates you to see that you empower them more.
So I think when we empower women through education, we give them a right to express themselves, to be able to reach out to the nations and be able to represent us around the world in all different aspects.
Some of the principals of schools note that not only academic knowledge is introduced, but children get knowledge that will assist them in life after school.
When you educate a girl child, you're educating a nation. Ladies always, or women always do a great job in their families. So when you educate them, you empower them, you give them the skills. This is something very great because they will be able to raise up the future of any nation.
International Women's Day was first celebrated in 1911. Currently in education, there are women and girls in all subjects, be it science, technical vocational schools, and other various subjects. Olive Nete, RTV News.
Special thanks to the RBA team that made this an International Women's Day worthy coverage. I am Isabel Masozera. Do keep it RTV.